Hello everyone, I am Umar Javed from CyberPanel. In this video, I will give you step-by-step guide on how to install WordPress locally on Windows and Mac. Besides, I will delve into the system prerequisites and software installation procedures necessary to configure WordPress and gain access to the dashboard. Working with a local WordPress setup can also be more efficient compared to making alterations directly on a live website. Additionally, if you are on the move or in an area with limited internet connectivity, having WordPress running locally allows you to keep working on your projects even without an online connection. Local WordPress refers to a self-contained offline development environment for WordPress websites that are hosted and run on your personal computer, typically using software like XAMPP or WAMP, MAMP, or other local server environments. It allows you to create, test, and modify WordPress websites without the need for an internet connection or hosting service. Local WordPress installations are a valuable tool for WordPress developers, designers, and anyone who wants to experiment with or work on WordPress websites in a controlled and efficient environment before making changes to their live websites. Here are some key characteristics and benefits of using a local WordPress setup. You can work on your WordPress website without needing an internet connection. This is particularly useful for developers and designers who want to experiment with changes or new features in a controlled environment. Since your changes are made locally, there is no risk of affecting your live website. You can experiment with themes, plugins, and code without worrying about breaking your site or causing downtime. Local installations are typically faster than working on a live website because they don't depend on internet speeds. This makes development and testing more efficient. Your local WordPress installation is not accessible to the public, providing privacy and security for your development work. It is easier to create backups and restore points for your local WordPress sites, helping you revert to a previous state if something goes wrong during development. You can use version control systems like Git to track changes in your WordPress project more effectively. As mentioned in your original question, local WordPress enables you to work on your projects even while you are offline or in locations with limited internet access. It is an excellent environment for beginners to learn and practice WordPress development or for experienced developers to test new ideas. Here are the prerequisites your computer needs to meet in order to run WordPress on a local server, whether you are using Windows or Mac. In hardware specification, a minimum of 4 GB of RAM and at least 1.5 GB of available disk space is required, whereas software specifications are PHP version 7.4 or higher, MySQL version 5.6 or newer, or MariaDB version 10.1 or newer. Support for HTTPS, SSL, or TLS. A local server environment like Apache or Nginx. For larger websites or customized setups, it is advisable to have more disk space available. To install WordPress on a Windows operating system, you should proceed by setting up and configuring a virtual host on Windows 10 through the use of XAMPP. It's important to note that you have the option to choose either XAMPP or WAMP based on your personal preference. However, in this guide, the installation process using XAMPP will be demonstrated. Step 1 is installing XAMPP. Prior to WordPress installation, it is essential to establish the correct environment on your Windows machine. This entails setting up a server-database combination featuring Apache as a web server and MySQL as the database system. After successful installation and configuration of XAMPP, you will be prepared to proceed with the WordPress installation. Begin by visiting the XAMPP download page and selecting the option compatible with the most recent PHP version. After the download is complete, execute the installer to install XAMPP on your local system. The installation will take a little while to complete. Following the installation, initiate the XAMPP control panel to inspect and configure the status of Apache and MySQL. In the XAMPP control panel, be sure to enable the checkboxes for Apache and MySQL, as these components are vital for the local installation of WordPress. Step 2 is local installation and configuration of WordPress. Install WordPress setup from the official website. To begin the process, extract WordPress from the downloaded zip file by simply right-clicking and clicking Extract All. After extraction, move the extracted WordPress folder to the htdocs folder located within your XAMPP directory. After this, navigate to the resulting project directory. It is essential to ensure that the Apache and MySQL services in the XAMPP control panel are running smoothly. Once these services are up and running, proceed to visit the PHP MyAdmin portal by clicking on the admin from the XAMPP control panel, where you can create the necessary database for your brand new WordPress website. Upon visiting PHP MyAdmin, select New from the left side menu, enter the database name and click Create. Now open a new tab on the browser and type localhost/WordPress. Replace WordPress with the name of your database. The following page will appear. Click Continue, launch your chosen code editor and access the wp-config.php file. In this file, input the database credentials, database name, username and password that match the ones you have configured in the XAMPP control panel. Now enter the database name that you created in XAMPP control panel, username, password. It can be kept empty, database host and table prefix, and click Submit. Click on Run the installation and the installation will start for WordPress. Now enter the site title, username, password and email and click Install WordPress. Now you can simply enter your username and password and log into your WordPress account. These are the necessary steps to successfully install WordPress on your Windows computer for local development. For Mac users, the option to utilize WordPress locally on your Mac system is also available. So similar to the Windows setup, you will need to configure a stack for local WordPress operation. While the steps may vary slightly, the fundamental process of working with WordPress on a Mac follows the same overarching principles. Step 1 is installing MAMP. Rather than XAMPP, MAMP will be installed from the official website to establish a web server and database for your WordPress setup. Proceed to install MAMP by executing the installation wizard. While you might encounter an option to install the Pro version, it is important to note that this step is optional. You can begin with the free version. After the installation process is complete, navigate to the MAMP controller and initiate the server. Click Start. Once the server is operational, click on the Tools menu to access PHP MyAdmin. Step 2 is to install WordPress setup from the official website on Mac operating system. Similar to the Windows procedure, starting the process on Mac involves extracting WordPress from the downloaded zip file by right-clicking and selecting Extract All. Once the extraction is complete, transfer the extracted WordPress folder to the roots folder found within your MAMP directly. With these services running, you can then access the PHP MyAdmin portal by clicking on Tools menu at the top within the MAMP control panel. Here you can create the necessary database for your freshly set up WordPress website. Include the database name and proceed to the wp-config.php file to input the database credentials. Select New from the left side and then enter database name and click Create. This is going to give a blank database where we are actually going to install WordPress. Next, open a new browser tab and enter localhost/WordPress, replacing WordPress with your name of your database. You will be directed to the following page. Simply click on Continue. Now enter the database name created in MAMP control panel, username, and click Submit. Now run the installation. Now enter the required details. This includes site title, username, and password. Click Install WordPress. You can now proceed to enter your username and password to log into your WordPress account. These steps are essential for a successful WordPress installation on your Windows computer, enabling local development. Finally, let's talk about how to fix common errors in local WordPress installation. Installing WordPress locally provides an excellent environment for development and testing without affecting your live website. However, like any software installations, it is not uncommon to encounter some hiccups along the way. In this video, we will explore common errors that users might encounter when setting up WordPress locally and provide solutions to address them. Sometimes, other software on your computer may be using the same ports as your local server, example Apache or MySQL, leading to conflicts. To resolve this, you can change the port numbers in your server configuration files httpd.com for Apache to ones that are not in use. Problems with connecting WordPress to the local database can occur. Ensure your database credentials in the wp-config.php file match the settings in your local database management tool. Example, phpMyAdmin. Also, make sure your MySQL server is running. If you are experiencing missing file errors, double check that you have correctly placed WordPress files in the designated directory. Re-downloading and reinstalling WordPress can also resolve corrupted file issues. After moving WordPress from a live server to a local environment, you may experience issues with links and images. Use a search and replace tool in your database management tool to update URLs from the live site to your local site. WordPress may run into memory limit issues, especially when working with themes and plugins. You can increase the memory limit in the wp-config.php file or by modifying your PHP configuration. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section of this video and stay tuned for more videos.